Welcome back. The death of Mary Habila is not going anywhere anytime soon. And if you are not familiar with the story, she was a nurse seconded to the Ministry of Works from the teaching hospital in Ebonyi State, seconded to the Ministry of Works. That is Honorable David Umahi's ministry, whom he says he's one of the nurses that attends to him, and they live in his residence. Well, for investigation still going on, shows that the lady had died in that residence. They broke into her home, into her room, and they rushed her to the hospital, but she didn't make it. While there was a physiotherapist who was also her friend, who was her colleague rather. Well, the Honorable Minister said he wants autopsy to clear his name. The police has also insisted, but the family kind of said they don't want an autopsy. But there's been that back and forth. The latest is the fact that Habila's kinsmen are suing the Honorable Minister over the lady's death and demanding a 20 billion naira maybe compensation. So I want to explore that conversation with the president of Southern Kaduna People's Union, Sokapo, Samuel Tabara. He joins us virtually. Mr. Tabara, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you.
So it looks like conflicting messaging. How did we move from, I don't want an autopsy on my child, let it be, it has happened, maybe it's the will of God, to we need compensation? So is this two different set of people making demands, or the family is in on this?
Well, ever since the death of Mary Habila, there have been quite some controversies surrounding it. And we as Southern Kaduna People's United Association, Sokapo, formerly Southern Kaduna People's Union, as the apex socio-cultural organization of the region, have obligation to ensure that rights and interests of the people are protected. Now, here is a matter criminal by nature, and it has attracted local and international concern. It is not to say that we outrightly believe that somebody killed her, but the circumstances surrounding her death should be investigated to lay to rest all manner of speculations. And in this wise, justice should not only be seen, should not only be done, but be seen to have been done. And it is in the interest of even the minister himself and the general public at large.
Mr. Tabara, so maybe you can just talk to us about the family of Habila, the parents and perhaps siblings. Have you met with them physically? What's the atmosphere? What was the atmosphere like when you had to meet with them? I mean, the parents and perhaps siblings of the late Habila.
I spoke with the father over the phone, and he directed me to speak with his lawyer. And I spoke with the lawyer, and he said it is the family resolve that they don't want autopsy. And I said to the lawyer, well, this has generated so much concern among us as Southern Kaduna people and the public at large. And the Commissioner of Police has jurisdiction to investigate criminal matters or suspected criminal matters regardless of whether the people involved wants it or not. It is a statutory responsibility, and it is just responsible of us as an organization, cultural organization for that matter, the voice of the Southern Kaduna people, to take a position on this. And we decided to take legal action.
So, are you seeking legal action as well as an investigation, or you're seeking legal action? And is your legal action based on evidence that the minister is complicit in the death of Mary Habila?
We are seeking investigation, and if the investigation proves that there is need for legal action, we, go ahead with the legal action. It is not for us to categorically say that the minister is complicit or not, but let investigation, and this is the more reason why investigation should be conducted, to lay to rest every element of doubts.
And that's the point. If you have no evidence that the minister is complicit in the death of the deceased, why are you demanding compensation to the tune of 20 billion naira when there is no evidence yet that the minister is complicit?
Well, we cannot say that at this stage because the investigation is yet to be conducted, and the matter have not yet been heard in court.
Okay, as we begin to wind down, let's talk about what your next line of action is. So first, let's establish, have you been able to, as a letter demanding for whatever it is you're demanding, has it reached the minister? Has the minister been served? Walk us through what has been done so far. Is he aware of this case? Has it been served officially?
A lawyer have been detailed to execute that service, and I'm yet to get feedback from the lawyer.
Okay. The reason why what my colleague Bukola was asking was, and it's important so that we're clear, the 20 billion you're demanding for, is it for whatever happened that this lady unfortunately passed, God rest her soul, we need compensation, or this is what we expect you to pay if we find out that there's something fishy that happened in your house that may need some level of justice? Well, so what exactly is this 20 billion for? I'm just trying to repeat the question differently.
Yeah, the 20 billion has to do with damages related to her death in the event that there is some elements of criminality in the matter. And like I've said, yes, we have put a figure forward. It is for the court of law to finally determine where necessary.
All right. Mr. Tabara, so I mean, you have confirmed that the family does not want you to go ahead with this case. They said let this matter die as soon as yesterday, but you've gone ahead to ask for that money. So let's say the money is paid right now, this morning. What's the sharing formula like between the kinsmen and the direct family of Habila?
I'm not in position to say that. The lawyers handling the matter, I'm sure, is something that they have been dealing with, and they know how to go about that.
So, Mr. Tabara, sorry, why do you think the family doesn't want an autopsy done, and they're not in support of this legal action that the union has embarked on? Why do you think they would rather have things quiet?
Well, if the court of law decides contrary to our prayers, so let it be, and it would have been on record that the matter had been comprehensively laid to rest. I think that is good for the public. And,
that's not it, Mr. Tabara. Why do you think the family doesn't want an autopsy?
They lay claim to culture, and I, as the socio-cultural leader of the region, we are aware that the laws of the land supersede whatever culture you practice. There are laws in this country, and we should be seen to be guided by the laws of this country.
All right, Mr. Tabara, totally out of time, but not to double down. So is there anything that in the culture that says they don't like autopsy or they don't approve of autopsy?
In fact, I heard it for the first time from them.
Okay, interesting. Because wanted to establish whether there's any part of Southern Kaduna that is against autopsy to establish, cause of death. Now that you said it as a sociocultural leader, I think we're clear. But the family, they have their right to demand whatever it is they want to demand. But most thank you. Mr. Tabara is the president of the Southern Kaduna People's Union. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you.